At first glance, Clifton appears to be a typical college town. Clifton is an area tucked next to the University of Cincinnati, home to thousands of students. Like so many college towns, housing is at a premium, and a lot of the time, this leads to a multitude of safety concerns. These concerns left me wanting to investigate the situation further.
Every now and then the light kind of like flickers on. You have to like jig it a little bit. This light switch right here is missing the plate. So that's kind of, I don't know, we got, I'm sure, electrical currents flying in and out of there.
Jason Knauer says he knows why off-campus housing conditions are so poor.
On the landlord's part, thinking, well, these people aren't taking care of my house, so I'm not going to fix everything that they asked for. The people saying, you know, well, when I moved in, this house wasn't really put all the way together, so why should I take care of it?
The UC senior says it's not just an issue of caring, but also lack of knowledge.
When I moved out of my parents' house, I certainly didn't know how to fix a sink, fix a toilet, you know, any of that stuff.
And it's not just the students who don't seem to know about repairs. Chris Spinney says neither does his landlord.
I would say he definitely doesn't, he dabbles more than he's like an expert in anything, because he can he'll fix some electrical stuff too, and so I don't think he knows how to do both per se.
There seems to be a struggle between tenant and landlord.
We had some mice here earlier this year. I think we caught them all.
Student housing is different than most. Students typically only live in a home for 1 to 2 years before moving into a new apartment or graduating. All this turnover feeds the problem of low-quality housing.
But that's not that unusual, seeing like a pretty gross house when you're like looking around. And I think if you're used to looking at houses in Clifton a lot, there's usually people living in it, and they're usually college students.
Students have a legal right to a safe and livable home. County codes require some standards, like a roof that keeps out rain and snow, hot water, heat, and sturdy floors, and walls that aren't in danger of imminent collapse.
There's a hole in the ceiling right above the living room. It's been there since we moved in.
But that's not what students find sometimes. This student review on Google cites heavy leaking in 5 of our 7 rooms that were never fixed. Once, during a thunderstorm, a worker came out to slap some plaster over the interior part of the leak, as water was streaming in. This resulted in plaster all over the floor and furniture. So students have this mentality when renting.
I usually hope for the best when you open the door the first day.
Many students don't realize they have options.
Like one of the rooms didn't have a door on it. The bathtubs still needed to be dried and of whatever they put on them, I don't know.
There are 23 home inspectors in the area. A landlord accreditation program offers students free inspections. Both give students a chance to check out the apartment before move-in day, so they won't face problems when it becomes too late. This is Elizabeth Matajasic for Bearcast News.